internet lovers. So I am back with another new review, and this time is a genre that I kind of hold quite dear to my heart. It is pure guttural slam death metal. So we've got Gutslit, a band from India. Now, a lot of the Indian bands that I've had been sending me stuff over, it's kind of not hit this sort of slam level at all. They do seem to have their own authentic metal sound, but this definitely was quite surprising. This is pure American slam. It's absolutely brilliant. The intro track, it's almost sort of church-like, atmospheric, if that builds up a decent enough picture. It really kind of scary, dark, and then just the opening track kind of just lurches in and just absolutely sucker punches you in the gut. It's honestly that twang of the bass that's so far forward in the mix, and then sort of the almighty guttural low deep growls come in, and it really is impressive, and like I say, very surprising. So I'm sure there's plenty of slam Indian death metal bands, so please get in touch. I want to hear more. But anyway, back to Gutslit. So yeah, I mean, tight as hell as a gnat's asshole. Honestly, really, it was an incredibly tight, really good mix as well on this. So I mean, it's just, like I say, pure American slam. So you've got the fantastic drum blasts propelling through and taking the song forward on with the album as well. And I was kind of anticipating for the breakdowns, and they just oozed with ferocity. Honestly, I mean, they were just absolutely on form. Everything was exactly where you wanted it to be, and there's enough groove here to kind of really kind of get it's enough to kind of chew down and bite down. I hope I'm getting across how much I enjoyed this album. So as I'm sure you can hear from all these snippets I keep dropping in, that Skewered in the Sewer, it's everything that you want. It's tight, it's ridiculously filthy, and it's just hefty as hell. There's nothing more you could possibly want from an album of this genre, and what I really like is it doesn't slow down once, from start to finish. After the intro track, it just go, does not slow down. There's no sort of intro tracks or anything like that. I mean, what is quite nice is that in some of the shorter tracks, there's this tiny sort of glimmer of a grind influence kind of just seeping in there. Probably in tracks like, probably one of my favourite, Pulsated Phallic Enthrallment. It's probably one of my top tracks. It's got this amazing groove and real, like, chewable breakdown, sorry, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, there's a lot going on in this track. That's definitely my highlight track. So in the sense of the production, I thought the mix-wise everything was very, very proportionate, but I would, one tiny little criticism, I've liked a little bit more in the vocals. I mean, I felt as well that in some places of the mix, I don't know if it actually was the fact that they were a bit too far back, and they were kind of masked a little bit by everything else going on, but they almost felt a bit sloppy in places in terms of the vocal patterns that were going on. But I mean, like I say, it may have been due to the fact that it was kind of being clouded by all the everything else going on, so I'm not sure, but I mean, I would, if you'd have brought them forward a little bit more, I think it would have just made it absolutely perfect. But like I say, it's one tiny little criticism. It's not going to make much of a difference at all. But seriously, I mean, to try and sum up now, I mean, this is one of the most brutal bands I've heard from India since getting into Indian extreme metal music. There is so much over in that country that I think we don't really get a chance to see a lot of. So I'm really glad that a lot of Indian bands are getting in touch now and sending me their stuff over. Gutslit, I think, are probably one of my highlight bands. But like I say, this is one of my favourite genres. So it goes without saying. But generally, Skewered in the Sewer, the whole album, it it's relatively short, actually, in particular on song length, but it's so, they've managed to kind of aggressively cram everything and all the elements of the genre that they wanted to. And I mean, there's some cracking time changes as well to kind of bump it up and add a bit of, you know, a bit of fun and a bit of bounce as well, because we all like a bit of bounce in our death metal. But so I definitely think, fan-wise, if you are into Devourment, R.I.P., Cerebral War, Abominable Putridity, and bands like Necrotic Disgorgement, another band I love dearly, then you are definitely going to be into this. So Gutslit, Skewered in the Sewer, get it, it's out now, it's awesome.